said that it's this, so we have to change the model, the algorithm. Crazy.
All right. So I'm
But I'm not an engineer.
preparing the live. It's loading up.
Okay.
This is redirecting.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Say that it's this.
All right. Let's see. So I'm gonna share the link.
Where are we going live? Which platform?
On YouTube.
And
Can you share the link also in the
there
chat,
she
please?
is.
Yep. I will share it. 1 second. And then let's see. Okay, so I shared the link in the chat as well.
Yep.
All right, this is gonna be fun.
Yay. I'm gonna tweet about it.
Yep.
Does Ada Angels have a Twitter account?
What's that?
Does Ada Angels have a Twitter handle?
No.
Okay.
Just for right now, I just use my own.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Okay.
where did it go? We have a live show. All right. Hello. All right, cool. Randomized is here. So he says hello. All right. So what we're doing today is a special episode. We are going to guess who these SPOs are. The only thing that they have in common is that they're Italian. So I have a few questions that I'll ask each of them, and then they'll answer, and then you can try and guess them as we go along. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Okay. So question number 1, I'll first ask Capiche. Where in Italy are you located?
I live in Milan, or where, right, not really the city, but around Milan.
Okay. And Lupin?
Well, I actually do not live in Italy anymore. I live in Barcelona at the moment.
Okay. So it's kind of a curveball, Italian who doesn't live in Italy.
Indeed.
Okay. Second question. To Capiche, are you a cloud or a bare metal?
I am a cloud server. I used to be bare metal in the ITM, but cloud allows more flexibility. That's why.
Okay. And Lupin?
Yes, I do agree. That's why I also have a cloud service.
Okay. Just FYI, I'm bare metal.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well done.
Third question. So I'll ask Lupin first this time. What do you love about Cardano?
Oh, well, that's a big question, to be honest. I love everything about Cardano, but what really put the point on this was the research is made behind. So that's the protocol is working. So that's the behavior of the people is taken in consideration while using the platform, and that's what I think will make a huge difference with all other products.
That's awesome. Okay, what about you, Capiche?
I have to agree. I love everything about Cardano, the methodology, the science behind it, the formal methods, I love the fact that it's being done properly. They are taking the time, and this is one aspect. The other one is the goal they have set, and with each milestone, we're going to see Cardano grow and possibly bring in more partnerships, and it has the potential to be what it set out to be. So we're in for a good time. That's a gist for what I love.
Yeah. Good.
I also would like to add that this is it's a really important aspect, the goal we have, because that's the only way if we want to bring a new financial way to develop things.
Yep. Going from the old system that we have already established in the world and disrupt it to this new blockchain system is
yes.
Yes.
That will be, sorry, just one last comment on this. That will be the real fight. I mean, technically, we are solid. We got scientists, we got universities, we got researchers, we got proofreading, we got everything we need. And the base is very solid. And technically, we can get there in maybe the next 5 years plan from IHK. The real fight will be political. And that's the tough one. Like I'm also following the Web3 Foundation, which is trying to come up with a solution for a decentralized internet, the Internet 3.0, they call it. And I watched a few videos from last year's summit they had, and there is one with Edward Snowden, and Snowden praises their effort. But one thing that stuck with me is you have to do it right. And you have to do it in a way they cannot kill it when they are fed up with all this. Like, for example, as an analogy, when Bitcoin reached almost 20,000 10 days ago, in China, someone pulled the plug on a miner. So that's the real struggle we are going to have to fight with.
That's also very right.
Okay. Yeah, for those of you who have just joined us in the chat, I'm having an open kind of like game show with these two Italian SPOs, and you guys have, maybe you can guess who they are based on the questions that I've asked them. Good evening to Dave, who has just recently joined us. So feel free to send me some questions if you have questions in the chat, or send in your guesses if you know who these two Italian SPOs are. So I have two more general questions before I reveal who they are. So Capiche, what is your favorite hobby?
I am a musician and a qualified sound designer as well. I invested a year of my time to get a diploma and many more years studying by myself, etc. And I tried to turn it into a profession, but I failed, so I'm back to IT. But it is my hobby per se, and I have my own music label. I publish my music on every platform, and I enjoy it.
Okay, you'll have to send me your stuff because I'm also really into music and sound.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. What about you, Lupin?
Well, it's not really a hobby. What I do have is a passion. I think probably it's the same thing. It's only I like to practice martial arts. I have a few degrees in Pakwa Chang, and now I'm studying, because it's actually studying. Only you use your body for doing it. And I'm doing a Tai Chi Chuan. That is something really, really powerful. I love it.
That's really awesome.
It's around 15 years I'm still doing it, but because I'm traveling a lot, I always have to change city, the master, the school, and sometimes also the style is going to be a little slightly different. So, but yeah, that's my passion, and that's where I always end where I live. So I like it.
That's really cool. Yeah, it must be challenging to find like a new routine, a new place to go to do your thing.
Indeed, yeah. That's
so we have one guess. It says Sergio Mattarella. Is that either of you?
No, that's our president.
That's our leader.
I don't know the president, but nope, that's not it. So good guess, but no.
We
All
love
right,
you,
so
Sergio.
last
Yeah.
question before the reveal. Okay. Capiche, what is something that you would like to accomplish in the Cardano community?
On the spot, I don't have an answer, but helping people and being a proposed pool with my own philanthropic effort is my little contribution to spread awareness of Cardano and at the same time help projects. So that's maybe something in the short term I would like to achieve. In the long term, I don't have plans for that. Sorry, I don't have a good answer for now.
What about Lupin?
Well, it's a huge question as well, again.
Yeah. So I give you guys wide open questions. Open, answer however you want.
Yeah, I think it's really important thing that we can actually fund projects all around the world, all kind of projects with this platform. And I think that in the future, I would like to really do better and understand how to use it and propose things that are helpful for everybody. And I'd like to focus on something that is educational, because I think that this is really something that everybody should have instruction. So go to school and understand, do math, do everything. I mean, that's what people need. They need to use their brain, and that's the way I think we can help everybody achieve their goals. Because everybody has one, and with school, with education, with the possibility to learn what you like, will make the world better.
Amazing.
That's it.
I agree. Can I take two, Amanda, on the last question?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. When Lupin has mentioned education, I just remember that I've been trying to promote and push some institutional education for delegators. I feel that leaving the whole user side to game theory only was a mistake. And I've been banging on this drum for a while, and I've been trying to contact other pool operators to come up with a joint effort, a super partners effort, where it is not about your own YouTube channel to promote your pool and do educational stuff, but come up with something that we can submit to the Cardano Foundation and probably have something official, because I understand that pool operators do their best on their channels, but if I were a stranger to Cardano and I wanted to gather information about staking, I'd rather have something official to look at and read and know exactly what is staking, what are my responsibilities as a delegate, and so on and so forth. So that's something I would like to bring to the community. That's probably it.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I've said in several other talks that I do feel that it shouldn't be the responsibility of the SPOs to educate the community, to educate the holders. You know, that shouldn't be our job. It shouldn't be our responsibility to share all of this knowledge that just trickles down from IOHK and Cardano Foundation. Because our job is to run the node. Our job is to make sure that our stake pool is running properly with maintenance. But because there's a lack of initiative to take that on, we've had to do that. Otherwise, the people don't know what to do.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask these questions too, like what they're planning on doing as far as like spearheading education. Yeah, so with that, we have some things going on in the chat, but I will go ahead and reveal you guys. So Capiche, you can reveal yourself and introduce yourself.
Should I start my video?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Andrea here from Salad Pool in Salada
Salad Pool.
And you heard about me in the opening questions, and my pool is small, reliable, and independent, and I do my best every day since the ITN. So let's have some fun in this video.
Yeah. Okay. Lupin.
That's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is.
Hello.
Hello. The signature staking. I'm an Italian, as we know, but I live in Barcelona. I travel around Europe, and this 3 years last, I'm living here, working as a natural language modeler for our vocal assistant. So it's a pretty cool job, and I really like it.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody, for being here with us today, and have a nice day.
Yeah. So, I haven't followed much of Lupin signature pool, but I remember when I first started back in the July time, I really liked Salad Pool's book covers. Like that was really fun. I remember those. They were super fun. And it was when you were still waiting for your blocks, right?
Yeah.
It was when you were like kind of, maybe, I don't know if you were depressed or just like just something to do while you were waiting. I mean, I can understand the trauma of being depressed and stressed waiting for my block. I think you remember my story too. I went from like 211 to 219 without any blocks, you know. It's quite stressful.
It is. This because you start wondering if your server is, you know,
if it's
misbehaving.
configured properly.
Is it set up properly? You start doubting yourself, and it's like that first block is relief and surprise. I remember when I received my notification from Pool Tool, I was doing something and I see this notification and I look at it, I'm like, huh? Really?
It is like a moment of almost disbelief.
Yeah.
I was watching mine so hard. Like when I was getting mine, because I had reached like 5 million or 8 million stake at the time, and I was like, it has to happen. If it doesn't happen, there's something seriously wrong. You know. And of course, I got it when I was doing something else. I think I was like in the shower, you know, or something like that, you know. And I came back to my phone, and the Twitter universe had alerted the world that I had a block before I even knew I had a block.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty awesome. I had so many people checking on me, like, did you check on this? And, you know, has it happened yet? And all, because so many people were like subscribed to like my my pool to get the notification. It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
What about you, Ricardo?
Noella, I don't know what to say, to be honest, but I try to do my best.
Yeah. So yeah, we can get to know you guys a little bit more, because I mean, I've seen Andrea a couple of times on Marcus's live streams sometimes. What's his channel called? Like
damn, I can't remember. Sorry, Marco.
Yeah, it's Cardano, but it's Marco. It's Marco's channel. We are Cardano or something like that, right?
We are Cardano. Yes, we are Cardano. That's correct.
Exactly, that's true.
And so like but yeah, he's really busy with Spotcross stuff, so I haven't seen a lot of his stuff lately. But yeah, so what is behind your ticker name? How did you choose your ticker name?
Nice question.
You go ahead, Ricardo.
I came after you because you were already there when I arrived. But well, sign is a signature. And I like the idea that things are done in the right way, so you can trust it and you can sign. Sign is also a word that means a lot of other things. and putting a sign on a stone, it means something also powerful, and is also an artificial thing because it's made by us as a signature. So that put me on the topic, on the idea of using this interesting word, and to enjoy the fact to be a SPO with this wonderful and powerful name.
Nice. Mine is just random. At the beginning, before the ITN, I teamed up with a DevOps friend of mine. By the way, I'm a DevOps by trade. And I teamed up with this guy. And so we had to decide for a name. I came out with this stupid guess, which is Ensalada, because it contained the word ada. And he's Dominican. I like the sound of it, so we stick with it. And that's not as interesting as any other pool story, but that's just it. That's it.
Yeah, mine is not really interesting either. Mine, I didn't know that there was such a significance to your ticker name when I first got in, because I literally just got into crypto and blockchain and everything in July. Like the same time I learned how to set up the stake pool, that was my first exposure to everything. So I had previous businesses that I was also running simultaneously. So I just imported that name over. So my first name was Jalz, with Jalz.
Okay.
And then I realized that there was a little bit more weight to your ticker name. It's meaningful, and it's what connects with the people, your peers and the community and the holders. Like they need to know what that is and what that means to you. So yeah, I changed it to Dead for Deadpool, because I'm a nerd and also kind of a jerk like that guy. So so I like it, and it just kind of like, I like it. It's just funny because it's a play on words, and I like being funny. So
yes,
it's an amazing name. Both you have salad is also
I want to publicly thank Sunny Stake Pool, because my initial ticker was different, was INSL, and one day Sunny reached out to me and it's like, hey dude, I have to tell you this. I'm sorry, maybe you don't know about it, but incel is a despicable thing, and that's probably why you are not having so much success with your pool. You should change your ticker. So I researched incel very quickly on Google, not much research. And I don't know if you know about them, but they are misogynistic hustles, basically.
Group. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I don't want to be associated, even by mistake, mistake. And so I changed it to salad. So thank you so much, Sandy, if you're watching this.
Yeah. No, that's funny. No, but yeah, like I didn't realize it was so important, but it is, So yeah. I'm really interested in how people develop their names, and there's always a story, So
actually, the first I have to add about this ticker thing. The first idea I had when I choose sign was because I sign blocks. Simply as this, and from there I develop all the rest of the idea. But yeah, that was the first real thing that came to my mind where I have to choose what to choose.
Yep. So a little bit more of a hard question. I don't have input on this because I don't have enough experience in the space here. But what about price prediction? Like in 6 months or so from now, what do you think?
I don't do this game, sorry.
I don't know this game either. It's okay to say pass. It's okay.
I don't trade. I mean, I bought when I bought, and I believe in that, and then everything is coming out. I mean, little by little, we are earning a little bit more, and we are able to run the pool with all the expenses. I think this is great. This is just great. What
Lucky
else?
you, man. To me, the only thing I do
Time will come.
the only thing I do trade is Bitcoin. Like if and I missed the last trade and I'm so upset about it. I set my stop limit too low and I missed the bull run. But anyway, for ADA, I'm in it for the long run. And I'm an idealist. I believe in the project. The monetary aspect of it is secondary. I know one day we go in for number one, Aloric, and I don't care about it. I run the pool because I believe in the project. And I'm holding. I never give away my ADA or trade until I'm a millionaire.
I mean,
joking,
yeah.
Just joking.
Yeah. No, we need to be millionaires. Yeah. We're going to be millionaires. All right. We're going to watch this video like a few years from now. We're going to be like, see, I told you. Yep. So, Anthony's here. Good morning. Early episode guys. Today. Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and see what people are writing in the chat. Love the spirit of Cardano. Charles' video makes me buy Cardano. Me too. You know, he's like a crypto Jedi. I swear.
Yeah. He is. He is indeed.
But yeah.
And to think that 5 years ago it was just a TED Hawaii speech.
Yeah, I watched his talkings.
I think so.
Yeah, I like his talks. I mean, I watched the TED Talks. I watched like almost all the videos. I try to catch the AMAs, but the time zones for Korea is hard to catch those live. So I watch the replays. But so you do music, and you are. What do you do for your business travelings? What did you say,
Ricardo?
Yeah, business traveling. No, I mean, I was traveling a lot because I changed job and I changed country and I follow the path somehow.
And then you guys are both cloud, so you're able to manage your stuff. So how do you balance your jobs with your SPO stuff? Does it get stressful?
Go ahead.
Well, as I'm working remote now, it's pretty easy, to be honest. I can give a look anytime I want. But I'm pretty busy as well with trainings because I go training 3 times a week. And all the life we have the fact is also that in this COVID situation is bringing us home. I mean, at least in Spain, and the rules are pretty strict. So this helps in order to find the time to give a look at what is happening. But yes, I'm happy with the routine I managed to have, and I'm always available for taking care of everything, of upgrades, of new logs, of everything. So.
Yes. Me, I am currently unemployed, and I'm on the pool 24/7, basically. Technically, like managing the servers and stuff, I do with DevOps. It's all automated. I don't have to care about it. Every now and then I update my node version, and that's about it. If we don't consider bugs like the Allegra fork stuff that is going on with relays because other people haven't upgraded theirs, and that's created some issues for some relays. The real-time consuming stuff and the art bit is marketing, being out there in the community, be present on Twitter. And I'm not a YouTuber, so that's
me neither.
That's penalizing.
I mean, YouTubing is hard, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's hard. Having to like do the shows and the time commitment for it. I don't know how the regular guys can do it. It's actually like really challenging for me too. But but yeah, and then
I'm honestly astonished. Like you have 3 businesses, 2 child, a family, a pool, a podcast, and
yeah.
you're amazing, man. Amanda, I was a man. Man,
So no, I don't even ask me how I do it. I don't know. I don't have an answer. So I have this. I could show you my phone, and my calendar is like multicolored blocks, and each blocks is for time assignments. And I'm pretty strict with what I do and what times. You know, and I have to block off family time. I have to block off work time and gym time and like whatever. So
wow.
each thing gets its own attention, so they don't fall through the cracks. You know, so. But
Well
yeah,
done.
like you say, we don't have to like hover over the pool a lot, other than if there's a problem or if there's bugs, right? So it is
Not anymore.
mostly,
Not
yeah,
anymore. This is not
self-sustaining, right?
ITN.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
at least there's that. But there is the engagement with the community. There is answering all of the questions that people have in my Telegram group or in the other channels where people are lost and they need some guidance. And so I try to help there. So
You're doing
but yeah.
great. And what
Yeah.
upset me, and this is one of the reasons why I want to push on institutional education, is
Mhm.
there was a comment about a pool some time ago on Twitter.
Mhm.
It was about fees, if I'm not mistaken. It's very cloudy, it's very hazy, but
Mhm.
it was something along those lines, so like I'm increasing my fees or something like that.
Mhm.
And a user, or maybe a troll, I should say, because it wasn't, I hope it wasn't serious.
Mhm.
Uh, he says, are you not getting rich already with all the data you get, blah, 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 something along those lines.
Mhm.
And people think that it's charity, what we do. It's not work. And
Yeah.
people think that we have money to spare and run a pool just because we fancy it. So that's
Sure.
one thing they should understand. It's very tough work and it's unrewarding so far. People
Mhm.
like me and other pools are just throwing money at it since 1 year, and
Mhm.
we
And you
are
need
well
competencies.
under, let alone getting rich. We don't
Yeah.
even
No,
get
no,
back
no.
what we spend. It's
No,
it's
I
it's
agree.
crazy.
I agree. But like a lot of new business practitioners have to realize that you have to be able to operate in the red before you can make a profit, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully a lot of these people who are running new pools, they understand that you're not probably going to turn a profit for a little
A
while.
long time, yeah.
But then you have a lot
Yeah.
of people in the community who are unhappy about the not quick return, you know. And so I try to talk to them a little bit too, be like, you know, everything's new, everything's still coming out, you have to be patient. They don't want to hear that.
No,
So
no, I want
yeah.
money. I want to get rich. I want a
Yes.
Lambo.
Yes.
It's, yeah,
So
work
I can
hard.
tell you from doing multiple businesses that it takes time to get startup and it takes time to build your brand, build your reputation, and then you start to collect clients, and you know then later on you can turn your profit, but you have to cover your investment costs first, right? So
Yeah.
it takes a while. Period. That's just how it is. So, but yeah. So, what other questions do you guys have?
I have one. Like there
Mhm.
was another tweet. This is from yesterday, and I can't remember who was it. At the farm, maybe on
Mhm.
Twitter, and it's like, if you could, would you turn your pool into a full-time job, a part-time job, or a
Oh, I saw
hobby?
that. Mhm.
Okay, if I could, I would turn this into a business, pay my
Mhm.
taxes, be
Mhm.
legally operating, but that really depends where you live. Like
Mhm.
people in America, they are lucky enough to have catering long in Wyoming, and everybody's setting LLC there.
Yes.
And some other countries, I don't know about Korea, you can tell us
Mhm.
later, but where I live in Italy, there is no chance I can turn it into a business. And that's very
Mhm.
sad because I invested 1 year of my time in this full time. And I
Mhm.
really would like to offer more services and do more stuff
Mhm.
and run stake pool as a service, properly run like a company,
Sure.
offering serious business propositions. But it's just not the place. So
Mhm.
that's sad. But even though it would be a nice business.
Yeah, yeah.
How does it work in Korea?
So I was going to say, like, I can't really answer for all the Korean laws. I know that they are still thinking that crypto is the same as gambling, and so there are strict gambling laws in Korea. So they're not quite on board yet. I know that there's the Icon coin. It's doing well as a project and being adopted by like a big company now, I think. So that's big movement for that. But I don't actually know all the information about it. But and then it got listed on one of the popular exchanges too. So that's good. So as far as running your own business, I think it's still kind of in that gray area where there's not really a way for them to like legit run a business.
Yeah.
My family is United States citizens, so we are employed by the government here working in Korea. So we have to pay U.S. taxes and stuff. So we can register businesses in America if we want to.
That's nice. That's amazing.
Well, I think this is not a business you can run with this system. It's a business you can run when Cardano will be the system. So you run it on it and get ADA and pay taxes with ADA.
That's the long run, but at the
long run.
At the present moment, like people in the US are very lucky because they can open an LLC and digital fortress.
That's true.
In Italy, I am a bank. I am the poorest with debt bank in the world. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyway, I didn't want to bring everybody down.
No, it's hard because like
cool conversation, important.
Yeah, no, like a hot topic these days is like what are steps that we can take towards like adoption, right? So like Ricardo's talking about long term, like what it looks like when we are, paying with crypto. So like I imagine it'll be similar to how I pay for like goods and services here in Korea, like with my credit card. They ask me in the machines, do I want to pay in Korean currency or American currency every time I swipe my card? And so I imagine later it'll be the same. Do you want to pay with this crypto, or do you want to pay with this fiat, or do you want, they'll ask you the questions, and it happens on the other side, not, on your card side, right? So that's like further down, but I don't think that far away. So
well, if you consider many online businesses do accept some cryptos, it's a big step forward. It's only been 10 years and they've since Bitcoin, more or less. And some businesses have been accepting Bitcoin and BitPay and what have you since a few years already. So we are definitely going in that direction. There are countries that have economically collapsed and their main investment now is cryptos, and it's you can stop this progress, in my opinion. It all depends how tough the battle will be. That's
right.
Sorry, I'm playing with my beard on camera. That's not very professional.
No, it's like, can't help it. You just like see yourself. You're just like, oh, it's like that doesn't look right. You're like,
no, I just like to do this. It's like my stress ball.
In psychology, this is a nonverbal communication that means that you like what you're talking about and what you're seeing.
Yeah. So, awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. So, like, what else, guys? I don't really see a lot of questions in the chat. They just seem to be interested in listening.
Okay,
nice.
That's nice as well.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. How you get to know Cardano? Somebody give you the hint, or you were looking for something?
Yes.
Tell me.
Amanda, you want to start? Okay.
Please, Amanda.
So I got my crypto history goes way back to 2010-11, and a few colleagues of mine told me about Bitcoin. At the time, it's weird for my personality, but at the time I didn't believe in it. Okay, and I didn't buy a single one. Then life went on. I forgot about it. Fast forward to 2016, maybe. yeah, I was in Bristol, UK, and a colleague of mine told me about Ethereum. This time I was like, I'm not gonna make the same mistake. And I bought Ethereum, $20 maybe, something like that. I bought a few, then the hype went up, and we all know what happened in 2017, 18, I can't remember the year. And all the craze, I started spending my Ethereum to buy things I believed in, like other coins, other stuff. And at the beginning, I was really ignorant, and I just thought about, I want to get rich, which is a fantasy. Like Charles said, it's not because of your skills, it's just because you were very lucky to have bought so many Bitcoin. And long story short, I came back to Italy, and I started trading and stuff, and I heard about Cardano. I did remember about Charles' video afterwards, because I did watch his TED video in 2015 when it was first published, and I liked the idea, but I didn't know anything about Cardano. And step by step, I got more curious and watched a few more videos, and I liked what I saw, but I didn't think about Cardano until the ITN again. I mean, I was like, okay, I'm aware of it. I have some, but until the ITN, I didn't think about it anymore. With the ITN, I got seriously involved. I got all my knowledge about it. I started running a pool, and that's when it got serious for me. I watched in a retrospective all the whiteboards. I didn't read papers because I don't have the education and skills to understand them, but I did watch videos and videos upon videos and videos. And that's when I converted all my bags to Cardano, and that's when I started running a pool, and that was it for me. But it's a longer journey. That's all.
Yeah. What about you, Ricardo?
I made the question. It's time for you now to say.
Oh, but I can turn the question to you first. Okay. No, it's fine. Many people already know my story because I say it many times. But basically, in July, the project was just handed to me. So my husband and really good friend were talking at work about starting a stake pool. My husband, he's been doing just buying. So like just dollar cost averaging, buying a set amount every month. It doesn't matter. He had a few coins that he was just doing that with. And then he and our friend were talking about Cardano and like, oh, we can do a stake pool. We should, do a partnership. And then they figured out that actually the requirements aren't that much. We can actually run our own stake pools. It's like, okay, cool. Husband comes home, says, you know what, I think that you can do this by yourself. I don't need to do this. I go to the office every day. You just run your businesses all from home. You can do this too. And I'm like, are you serious? Like I have to take on this thing that I know nothing about. And you just may be like, yep, you can do this. So I hadn't seen code for over 10 years. I had to go back and relook at how to do Linux, relook at how to do the coding and things like that. And then when I decide to do something, I usually just do a full head dive into it, which means listening to all the things, all the podcasts, everything for like 24/7 until I completely pass out from exhaustion, But, it's helpful when I'm trying to learn something really, really fast. But yeah, that's how it happened. And I stood it up. It was working fine. I didn't realize how much marketing goes into it because nowhere in this whole process did it say how much you have to market. So that was a surprise to me. But yeah, I didn't know anything about it and I wasn't into crypto at all. It was literally just, here, honey, you can do it. So I was like, oh God. So so that's me. So now it's your turn.
So, well, Cardano was something a friend of mine came to tell me. But because another friend of mine had the chance to be one of the first sending those Bitcoins at the beginning, and it was a game for him. But because of that, I was asking another friend about crypto, what he was thinking about, because he was very in touch with coding and programming. He understood the crypto behind the cryptography, exactly. And he told me, crypto are doing this and that. There is one that is actually working on a way that I like, that is the peer-to-peer review, the research, the academic, and the studies behind, and the thing that is not eating too much energy to work, and all those stuff, and reading it and reading it. So from the beginning, I bought a little bit, and now in the years I have a little, not a lot, but I am able to run my pool, to sign some blocks, obviously, and and go. And that's
I would say
that's
that
my way. That's the way I get in touch with Cardano.
yeah, I would say that I am a little bit like, envious of those who knew it from before, because like I could have done so many things differently had I known about this whole world, right? I've only been here for 4 months and I've learned so much already. Like what could I have
Nice.
done, like, if I knew back then, right? So the whole like hindsight, and you think about what could have been,
Yeah.
it's like kind of sad, so don't think about it.
No, don't. You and Alexandra are doing great. Like in few months, you are very successful for the time you have. Not saying that you didn't work hard, just it's a shorter time frame compared to other people. You're doing amazing. I mean, and you have business and family to take care of. So your husband
I mean,
probably
like,
husband probably put you to the test. Let's see if she breaks. Oh,
I
so you
know.
have 5 businesses, 2 families, four jobs. Take this.
Yeah, take this too. Like, oh God. So I joke about this, but it's actually true. Like I don't watch television. So that takes a huge chunk of your time watching television, right? So if that's not there, I have time to fill something else, So
usually, in order to watch television, you have to pay. So you have to pay for your own free time, and that's crazy. No, I don't.
You have to pay?
Well, you have to subscribe to Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that.
Okay.
To Netflix and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they
like you have to pay to watch.
They need to watch then.
Yeah, that's what I do.
On the other side, they watch only what is on the platform, because if you want to watch something else, there isn't, you can't.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Speaking of which, I the other day I wanted to watch Pulp Fiction again. I love Tarantino, and every now and then I watch one of his movies again, and I find this whole settlement about rights and regions and who can play what and who can play this in Italy, who can play that in France, who can play that in Asia, very anachronistic and very, very obsolete. So we are paying services, and everybody is coming up with services, Disney Plus, Apple TV, Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, HBO, whatever.
Exactly.
If we have to pay for all of these guys, am I living just to pay services? Because you're fighting over who's playing this, who's playing that, and every time now and then it's available here or it's available there. That's something has to change as well. That is the internet, global. It's global. Exactly. It's not just for your profit global. It should be for our enjoyment global as well.
Yeah.
I lived 4 years in Poland, and in 2012, 2016, and there in my house we were watching this and that. But when I came back to Italy, actually there weren't the same things. So it was impossible.
Yeah,
I had to change IP to make myself be in Poland and do some weird stuff. That's
stupid.
No, I don't want this.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to pay for my free time.
Yeah. I get suggestions from a lot of friends like, oh, have you seen this show, or have you seen this movie? And I'm just like, no, I'll just add it to the list. I add it to this long list of things to watch.
Apologies.
And then just recently, so my son was, his class was exposed to COVID-19 because one student tested positive. Now, none of us have it. We've been tested and stuff like that, but we had to do our mandatory quarantine in the house because of it. And only because of that did I get to watch like 1 hour of TV a day. Because I finished all of my work, and so I got to watch 1 hour.
Yay.
So, but if I was not stuck in the house, that hour would be gone doing something else. So it's funny. Because I was telling my husband, I said, even though we're stuck in the house, I don't feel any less busy. I'm doing all of the same things. I'm just not able to go outside to take the kids for a walk or take them to the park and whatever. But like, even when I'm at the park with them, I'm working on something on my mobile or listening to something or whatever. So the technology is great that we can be so mobile, right? But it's exhausting. So I don't have time to like sit down. When I do sit down, I literally just pass out. So it's like,
I bet. So your business is I don't want to get too personal. I just want to understand. So if you don't want to answer, don't answer. So you manage your businesses online. You are not affected by COVID at all.
Pretty much no. So I do health coaching, and I'm doing also a master's degree in nutrition. Okay. So that's online, but a lot of my clients are like in person meeting and training, right? And then also there's others that are in different countries or whatever. So I coach them online as well. So it's kind of like a hybrid thing. If people like to meet in person, then we have coffee. If they don't, then we just meet on Zoom or something like that.
That's amazing. So what's your thought about all these games, fitness games, just out of curiosity?
So I have one on the Switch. It uses the Pilates ring. So I love Pilates, but it has a Pilates ring. What's it called? Like Ring Fit or something.
Yes, Ring Fit.
So I play that game, and it's actually not bad. I have to turn my difficulty level up a lot to actually have any sort of like effect. But my son loves it too, so we compete with each other.
Nice.
So I wish that there was like a 2-player mode, because then we can race, but instead we just compete on our scores. So, but when we're stuck inside and we have to do inside exercise, we use that game. So that one I think is pretty good. I haven't played a lot of the other ones, but I know I like this one. This one is, I did research on it and watched the videos, and I decided to get that one. So.
Nice. I should probably give it a go.
I mean, it makes you work. If you do the lower levels, you can pretty much cheat. My son cheats. He sits on the couch and I see him take the ring and just kind of like, I'm just like, you're cheating. That's not fair. I'm over here doing the real thing, do the tree pose.
Look at the score.
Yeah. So, and then like when you do like the squats, you have to like squeeze the ring and like squat, and you have to hold it like, and then, he just kind of like cheats on the couch, and I'm like, nope, you're going to do it again. I'm going to sit here and watch you, you cheater. So.
Oh my.
And then with my daughter, because I want to get her involved too, I let her do the running. So there's a thing that you put, one of the Wiimotes goes on your leg and the other one goes in the ring. So I'll run with her in place for myself, but she wants to be involved. So I'll let her have the controller on her leg, so she's involved. So she runs, I use the ring. It's like we do it together.
Like a joint effort.
Yeah. So then she gets tired and I'm like, come on, you can't stop. We have to keep running.
Mom, I'm dying. Go.
She's tired. Go. She's tired. So then I'm like, go. You're benched. Give me your thing. So
that's quite nice. It sounds like a lot of fun and provides good family time. So that's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess that's another really like time consuming thing, because I don't let them just sit on their screens. And so I'm always like trying to engage them in something either physical or like educational or a combination. And that takes time too, like it'd be so much easier just to tell them to go play your iPad or go play some games or something, but it's not good for their mind. So I don't do that to them. But yeah, so that takes.
I approve this message.
You approve this message.
It's tough education. I mean, be a mom, be a parent.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah,
I don't know anything. But
Me neither.
No, you guys don't have families?
No.
No. I no.
I mean, yeah, I mean, my parents live in Italy, brother working there, but
Yeah, not a family of your own.
yeah, exactly.
No,
Yeah.
me neither.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I always thought I'm gonna have plenty of kids, and
Mhm.
I did want like a group of 10, like yeah, big time.
Mhm.
And then life has different plans.
Sure. Sure.
I'm the one in the family that I travel.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And they are happy that I love it. So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. No, definitely before having kids and after, perspective definitely changes. So I do a lot of things differently, but yeah, still really busy, still have the business mindset, still always learning, but then also have to
Always
be
learning.
concerned about how they're interpreting the world and how they're learning, and making sure that they get enough activity and engagement and things. And the COVID just makes everything so much harder,
Yeah.
So like I have to ride this fine line between their online gaming and their socializing, because they can't socialize with their friends the same way as they did before. Like we would go out and have these park get-togethers with his classmates on the weekends or during our holiday breaks. Like now we would go having little trips together. So I know that our class is a bit unusual. Like I'm really all about communication. So I always communicate with my kids' parents. So the other classes, I realize they're not as tight knit as mine, because I want to know who's everyone's parents, and I want to have them play together when they have opportunities outside, because these are the kids they're going from grade to grade with, and they see each other every day. So
Yeah.
these are the relationships that they're forming, and so these are who we hang out with. So I've made sure to just continue fostering these relationships, but COVID makes it really hard to do anything. So I try to make this online game with the kids to play. They play on Roblox, and then I've created a private Discord server for them.
Mhm.
But now it's created a monster, because they never want to stop playing these games online,
Yeah.
where I need them to go do something else. So it's like, so yeah, I have to work on that too. But yeah, before this COVID stuff, he didn't know how to play any video games except this one Ring Fit game with me.
Okay.
And
Uh,
he just turned 8, so I was actually doing really well with keeping him away from the video games.
well, what kind of video game is this? I'm just asking.
So the Roblox is kind of like different mini games that are kind of simulated in a Minecraft style. They're like block people, but there's several different kinds of mini games that are created from the Roblox company, and third-party creators can create them too. So
Okay.
I have to be careful and make sure that he stays on legit content and not third party, because sometimes they get into trouble with
Yeah.
more dangerous things. But yeah, I mean, these are parent problems.
Yeah.
So
It's tougher nowadays because of the internet. I grew up in the arcades in the 80s. I robbed coins from my relatives' pockets at a rate that it was impossible. I just went to school, and in my little town at the time where I lived at the time, there were like 1, 2, 3, 4 arcades, either close to the school or to my grandma house, which is where I stayed at the time. And I just played video games because it was the thing for us kids in the 80s, and but it was very different. Like at the time, you just get some coin, go to the arcade, hang out with your friends, fight over who's gonna play next, and that was it. And then you still had to go and play soccer or whatever. And the dangers today, like you said, is like, yeah, play kids, play online, but you never know who's on the other side. So I do understand. But video games are good. The point is this: video games are good.
Video games are good. I would say certain video games are good. I'm still pretty like apprehensive to let him start doing those like first person shooter games, or any games that are like really killing. I'm okay with him playing Pokemon. He loves
Yeah,
Pokemon.
I
Those
don't
type of
know.
games. So
Are you
I don't know.
really,
I know. I'm
are you
being like the
seriously
typical.
concerned that violent games lead to violence in real life?
It's
Oh.
not. If he gets into these games, I can totally see him fashioning a gun or something and playing with his sister too rough or something like that, you know. So he's not really energetic, you know.
Okay.
So
the problem is not that the violence is leading to violence. The problem is that you get used to it, and that's the
you're
real problem.
desensitized to it. Yeah.
You don't see that it's something bad because you saw it so many times, and it's really bad.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but then I don't want to be polemic or pedantic.
No.
But you see violence in movies and televisions and the news every day,
And in the nature as well.
and in nature. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
So with the kids, I will say that they're pretty sheltered kids. Like whether it's my fault or whether it's the school's fault, we don't really have a lot of violent shows, and so they watch pretty low key shows or movies, and so they haven't really been exposed to a lot of the blood and the boom and the blowing up of things and like whatever. So I think that just a slow integration into it as he gets older is probably better for him.
I'm not here to tell you how to educate your children, but I was just curious. I was just curious.
It's totally fine. Yeah.
It's a perspective oriental way that the Tai Chi way to see the violence is that it's wrong. And then
no, I agree. I'm not saying that it's good. I was just defending video games.
No, like I agree that there's not really like the whole like violence leads to violence thing. I know that part, but for him, he's already like a really high energy kid, and I just know that where that's going to lead. It's just going to lead to more energy, or that energy will be focused into making weapons around the house and then attacking his sister, and I don't want to deal with any of that.
Okay. Isn't that a phase though? Like, I mean, kids. No.
You would think it's a phase, but it's been going on for years.
Okay.
So, I'm hoping he'll grow out of it soon, because it's also exhausting trying to like tell him to stop vibrating. You know, just sit still. But no, it doesn't work. I mean, and it's not that he's hyperactive per se, like a condition. I think it's just him being an 8-year-old boy. And it's normal, and I have to just deal with it, but I also don't need to like throw more ammunition at him to go channel it in different ways, you know. So
Do you mind if I change the topic and ask Ricardo about the Tai Chi? Because it's something I wanted to get into, and I did for a while take a course in Bristol. My flatmates at the time gave me a birthday present, and the birthday present was the Tai Chi course, because I've been ranting about it for a while, and they're like, "Here, now you have to go and do it."
Which style exactly do you remind?
I have the slow one. Where how many moves is there? About 18 moves. I'm gonna look it up on the internet real quick.
They actually say that there is only one move.
Bristol Tai Chi.
Because you never stop your fluid.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but figures, not move, figures.
No, I get it. How many? 8?
Beginners classes. I'm on the site right now, which is super old.
Super old.
And it doesn't.
Well,
Okay, so warm-up exercises: standing Qigong, sick reeling, Qigong. Yeah, the Qigong style. The Chen Tai Chi Chuan 19-step form.
Nice.
That's what I started with, and we learn to balance our position and keep our backs and straight legs planted with the shoulder, and all the basics basically. That was all the basic stuff we learned. Unfortunately, after that, I didn't have any other occasion to continue. So I envy you a
I
little
think
bit.
I think it's really powerful and leads to full understanding of your body, the movement. It keeps you focused, concentrated, calm as well. It helps you to manage
Your energy.
the energy and the waiting moment when you have to wait. Nobody knows, but when we wait for something, for somebody, that's why actually we are so pissed off when somebody is arriving late, is because waiting wastes a lot of our energy, even if
Yeah.
we don't know nothing. It's mental energy.
Yeah.
And relaxing your mind helps you achieve, understand, and take the best
Control.
from control everything.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull,
Okay.
so I'm pretty squared, and well, I take control of everything, and I like to control everything. And
Yeah, I'm the
I do
same.
my best to do for everybody the right thing, but it's not easy. And well, so the Tai Chi helps me a lot, and I actually had the chance to do also Aikido and Wing Chun in my traveling, um, and they are all really powerful. The principles are very similar or exactly the same sometimes, and there are only just different styles, so everybody can pick one and choose the one he likes the most and express his energy, his way to be.
Mhm.
And I'm this guy that likes things really slow, but when it's the moment, it has the power to destroy a wall, let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go in parks and enjoy and join, I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah,
older
indeed.
Chinese people doing that?
Yeah, they are Italian actually,
Okay.
but
No, I'm asking because I lived in Vancouver a couple of years ago when I went to graduate for sound design, and in the park in front of my house, in the morning there were a few older, elderly Chinese people. With they were higher level because they had swords, they had the big thing. I don't
the
know.
culture.
Okay, and they were practicing every morning. And
Mhm.
if it wasn't that advanced for me, my level, I would have, sit at the back and just copy them and do my exercises. But they were too much for me, so I never did.
Mm.
But the energy can, when you have enough practice to control the energy, the chi that comes from the Tantien. So that's the real change you feel on yourself. It needs
Mm.
a lot of time, it needs a lot of practice, it needs good masters as well,
Yes.
and time of practice mostly. But then well, I got them to that point, and I don't want to come back. I mean, I want to keep doing it. I
Yeah.
can't I can't leave it
No.
Mhm.
like it is.
Yeah.
And
I guess my problem is I
for me,
want to
it's
do too many
important.
things. My problem is I want to do too many things. I
Mhm.
should. I should
I,
probably.
I had to choose.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I would say that like in your case, Andrea, like
Hmm.
when I give people advice about like multitasking or wanting to do too many things at once, like I always tell them to just focus on one at a time because you can't sufficiently give your energy to all things at the same time, you know. So it's best to just choose like one thing, and then when you get to a point, you can decide, do I want to continue or not. But then trying to give yourself to multiple things me, ends up failing
Yeah.
all of the things, so
I
or
agree.
you get discouraged or tired, and so you burn out, so um, but we can change gears just a little bit because we do have a question from the chat.
Yay.
So it says, what is everyone's goal for amount of delegation, and would you like multiple pools? This is from Dave.
Okay. Go first.
Sure.
Please.
So
Okay. Hi, Dave.
I mean, like with the K change, I mean, we don't really have a lot of choice. So the first K change is 64 million, and the second K change in March will be 32 million.
Yeah.
So of course, like we would like to have as much delegation as possible, because it helps multiple things. It helps our pool, but also helps the network overall. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be so quick to create a second pool. I may wait for other pools to stabilize before creating multiple pools. I don't, how do you say, I don't talk out against others who have done it because they have their reasons,
Yeah.
mainly because they have already established delegators and relationships, and those people want to stay with that operator.
Yeah.
So that's one. The other is like they maybe, you know, you have a certain amount that you have to meet. So you have income, you need to meet certain, you know, price to pay bills or whatever, and they just cut the K. So you have to create multiple pools to create the same amount of revenue that you had before, you know. So there's multiple reasons why people create multiple pools, and I'm not at a point where I require that yet. But when I do reach that fork, maybe I will consider it. But at the point right now, I just would like to organically increase, not just kind of like have crazy delegation coming in. I like to build relationships. I have a good pool family that I keep in touch with in my Telegram group. We talk all the time and they ask me lots of questions, and I'm really open with everything to them. I update them on all of my pool happenings and maintenance times and all that. So yeah, I'm good with just growing organically. I don't have a number in mind that I want to get to. I mean, saturation point is great, but I mean, as long as the pool's running, then they're getting their rewards, and I'm happy for them, you know. So
Well said. Well said. I personally, basically, I think about it the same way. I'm happy with the one pool. I already have a plan for expansion should that happen. Like I know what it takes technically if I should have a second pool, a third pool, etc. And the other thing with K is, yes, many operators have pushed for K 500, K 1000, thinking that it will spread out more evenly. But what we've seen is people want to stay with the operators they trust. I'm not gonna name anybody because I don't want to sound blaming them, which I'm not. But some pool had 2, now they have 6. Some pool have 1, now have 4, and some others, like Alexandra, is saturated and say, please go delegate somewhere else and help someone else. So we have a very homogeneous scenario here. And I'm the same. I'm not planning to. Should I reach saturation, I'll think about it. If I can afford economically to pay for both pools because it costs money and time. But yeah, at the time I'm happy where I am, and I have plenty more room.
yes.
Yes, I also don't think to open a new pool. I'm okay with the blocks I made. Actually, the fact is that the rewards are balanced every time. So even if I don't get rewards any block in 10 epochs, the one I will get it will be enough to cover all the one I missed, let's say. But as well from my delegators, I mean, the point you are you want to have only to have the blocks every epoch is from the stake pool operator to cover the costs, of course. So at the moment there is no point for me to open a new one, and actually I like the sign I have.
Yes.
It's working fine. I love it. It takes the time to update, to upgrade, to do their stuff, and I don't want to have like 100 screens now. So
Yeah, sure.
for the moment, I think it's good for the community that we have such people that are so involved I mean, technically a knowledge how to run a pool properly, so they open more, and that's good for the ecosystem because the platforms are working, the servers are well done, they're safe, they're secure. I do my best. I have studied also informatics when I was a child, so I know how to take care of my pool. I do some research when I need, and
Yeah.
everything is going fine so far.
So, what do you guys think about the debated topic that's always kind of like popping around Twitter about operating your own pool versus staking as a service?
Well, if I may,
Good business.
operating your own pool is good as long as you're technically fit. Honestly, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but with every endeavor you take, if you have to open a business or you have to take in a serious commitment, you prepare for things, right? Running a pool is not putting a very solid Haskell code on a server and that's it. We've seen examples in the past of millions either being robbed because of a mistake or a pool not minting for a month because of a mistake, etc. It's possible for anyone to run it as long as you do your work. So that's my critic there.
Yeah.
The other way on stake pool as a service, I don't understand the blame that many operators have, mainly because, I mean, I do understand where they come from. I do not understand why attacking stake pool as a service. And in the first place, because I want to run stake pool as a service sooner or later.
It's a good business.
But
It is. So,
wait. I do understand their point. It's like you cannot run 1,000 pool on 2 servers and call it, and then go brag about decentralization. I don't understand where they come from. But if you do stake pool as a service properly, as I intend to do, it's like
that's the market.
Yeah, if I do it,
somebody do well, somebody do wrong.
To solve the issue they have. I mean, some pool operators criticize stake pool as service, but if I do it, I'm going to offer tiers. I'm going to offer dedicated infrastructure to each pool and a professional service equal to everybody, as if it was my own pool, which is exactly what I will do because I will manage it in the same way with the same tools, but everyone will get infrastructure dedicated. So at that point, I see no problem in stake pool as a service at all. Honestly,
the only thing I just pop up to my mind now is a conflict of interest. So because you manage different, maybe you can. I don't know.
I do understand your point, but if I will run one day, hopefully I will have my business and will do offer stake pool as a service. Okay, let's put that in place now. At the moment, I'm not doing it because I can't open a business. If I offer a service, professional service, I'm going to treat it professionally as if it was my own. My pool, of course, is my baby, and I will do marketing, etc. What I offer other pool operators is the technical side. I'm going to manage your infrastructure. Everything else is on you. I'm not going to do Twitter for you. I'm not going to do YouTube for you. So there is
you can open a
level of
branch
involvement
of marketing
technically,
for that as well. It's a business. It's a business.
No, I'm not saying. So if I only do the technical side, what I'm trying to say is there is no conflict of interest because I manage them pool with the same tools I manage mine. I know them well. I know it works. I know it's stable, and it's a business, and I treat it as such. So I'm not gonna prefer mine over theirs. That's all.
But I think the only part where there's preference is like if something was going wrong, like if you had all of the relays were acting funny or whatever,
Yeah.
you're going to focus on yours before you go to theirs, you know.
I am the kind of person that cares more about the others than myself.
Really?
I have to say, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if that's a business, I take care of the business first. And
Okay.
I know that the solution is going to be spread out evenly and work for every pool because it's the same exact setup, same exact tools. So once I solve it once, I solved it everywhere.
That's what
So
I expect if somebody.
it's the same amount of time I invest.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter if I run 1 or 10 or 100 pools. It's going to be the same. So the time I put in, the effort I put in, is going to be 1x, not 100x. So it doesn't matter where I solve it first.
Yeah, it makes sense.
If I pay somebody, I expect that.
Yeah, you expect to be put first, right? But like naturally, as a human, like psychologically, you want to take care of yourself first. But it's like nice to hear that the business person would put you, the client, first. But you know, you can't always validate or verify that they did that. But
well, I'm open about my processes. Like
sure.
they will have tools, monitoring tools. They will have access to things, not everything, of course, because I don't want them to steal my business.
Yeah,
but
right.
There will be transparency. They will always know what's going on and when and how things are fixed, etc., etc. I mean, that's the way you run a business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One day.
One day, when Italy lets you manage businesses and register.
Also Switzerland.
Yep.
Vatican.
Yeah. I don't have a child to sacrifice, sorry.
Yeah.
They use a land, I say.
What other questions should we ask before we wrap up?
Anything else on the chat there?
Let's see. The client is who takes care of you, so taking care of them is priority. That's true. That's from Anthony from Bloompool. So
thank you, Anthony.
One pool, my client.
Yep. So Aidan, hello. Yeah, no, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. If you have any questions, like go ahead and just like ask us some questions. But yeah, I thought that this was a super fun episode to get to know our Italian friends. Yeah, that's cool. So how many do we know other Italian guys in the community?
Oh yes. I know, I mean, not know personally, but you know, on chat and a community.
Yeah.
Lorenzo, I think Lorenzo, Lord Wotton. He runs Riot and another one I can't remember.
Okay.
And Antonio CSP and
Capital Stake Pool.
And Antonio would have been a great guest to have here because he's just great.
Very well prepared.
Well prepared, technical, and he could have answered many other questions, but maybe get them for another time. We do an Italian SPO.
Another Italian episode. No, I loved having you guys here. Like your guys' Italian energy is great. I love it. And I think we had like fun with the game show aspect of it. So but nice. Yeah, like I don't really see more questions from the chat. If you guys have other questions for each other or for me, we can answer more, or we can just like wrap it up.
I'm glad to have been a guest. It was fun. It was a pleasure. It was a nice chat. And thank the viewers for being here and asking your questions. And until next time.
Yep.
Thank you very much, everybody. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, guys. All right. Well, we will end it here then. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. And we will see you next time on Ada Angels. All right, guys. Bye.
Ciao.
Adios.